Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Ryan with Rigs of Death Metal. And today I'm going to let them kind of give the introduction here. What's going on, guys?
I mean,
How's it going, man?
so we're just actually today we were kind of toying around in the wood shop a little bit and working on some guitars and just chilling.
Hell yeah. Uh, well, my guests today are False Prophet.
I'm Paul Ray, vocals, guitar.
Scott Pavarnik guitar.
Ian Strickland, bass.
Hell yeah. Uh, what kind of your all's radar, or you all came on my radar because of Scott's work with his custom instruments and, session work with some other bands. But, once I saw, what his main focus was, I had to check it out. So, yeah, let's just kind of dive right into gear. Like we'll go one at a time, whoever whatever order y'all want to do, and just what you guys are playing at the moment. Hopefully all of Scott's awesome looking instruments, but
Try to take the world over, but been at a time.
yeah, whoever wants to go first.
Left.
Left. Okay. Live, I'm using a camper. I mean, basically the industry standard, it seems like.
Oh, they're great.
Scott's guitars. He built a custom kind of, RR type V for me, which I can grab in a minute. That's it live. In the studio, and if I use a real amp, I'm using the Mesa Boogie JP2C. I always use Mesa Boogie cabinets live, period, whether my camper or my amps. And as far as effects, all I really run is a Eventide H3000 live.
Okay.
I'm not real big on pedals or nothing. It's just not my thing. So I've been using the Eventide since, I don't know, the 90s.
Do you like control it with the Kemper or anything like that? Like send MIDI or
I
something like
don't. I use the pedal. I use like just the onboard effects in the camper because they're great.
Sure.
When I use the when I use my real amp, that's the only time I use my Eventide.
Hmm.
So I'll have a MIDI controller, which right now is a Rocktron. I think it's called a Raider,
Okay.
MIDI Raider. Is that? I've had it for years. I can't remember, but it's
Right.
fairly well built, nice pedal board. And then of course, you'll have your switcher for your my JP2C. That's kind of my issue, man. Like doing the gigs we do, traveling and stuff. It's just too much stuff to set up in a short time and haul around. And
Oh, definitely. Um, I've been a Kemper guy for a little while too, and switched from like the power rack to the little Kemper player like pedal unit.
What one of those?
yeah,
Oh yeah, and I have like a little pedal sized power amp, so it's just like a guitar and a board and cab, and I'm good.
Yeah, we
Like
just saw what I Am Morbid, and I think Richie was using that. Either him or Bill was using that little Kemper.
Oh hell yeah,
I was like, I need to buy that. Yeah.
dude, super handy, and that thing is fucking sick. Holy crap!
Put it aside.
yeah. If you can see this is my S live.
Yeah, if you can see it, it blends in.
Yeah.
I like to see it. Nobody's ever seen the first.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. I love a good would that be urban or Arctic camo? I don't know what you would call it. Urban, yeah.
Call it the Kenny. Scott don't like that.
Huh?
I call it the Kenny.
Oh,
Finger
yeah.
guitar, any, but I understand. There's a story behind it.
Yeah, we do obituary, so I had to watch Kenny play his urban camo ESP.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted one. And then when Scott made this, I was like, it's camo. So I call it the Kenny. It's like the Jeffrey from Get 'em to the Greek.
Oh God. I forgot about that.
Don't underestimate the Kenny.
That's right.
Like what was it like? Nobody suspects a guy named Jeffrey or something. That's awesome. Um, just out of Kemper nerd curiosity. What profile are you running in the Kemper for live?
Oh my God. I don't even want to say this live.
Go ahead.
The Cannibal Corpse preset.
Okay. Hell
And
yeah.
it sounds nothing like Cannibal Corpse when I play through it.
Oh,
It's funny, man. Like every preset I've used, has been something I've never ever used. Like I first got one, we were doing a show with Possessed in California, so I bought one real quick because Scott already had one, and I got it, and I didn't really have time to play with it. I had to find a tone real quick, and at that time, like I've never owned a Marshall.
Mhm.
I was using a Marshall preset, and I loved it, and but I found the Cannibal Corpse preset. I really liked it, so now I use I don't know. I don't want to say we're the only death metal that does clean channel, but we're one of the few. So I have like a David Gilmour for like my clean.
okay.
Kind of the real,
Lush.
yes. I mean, it's got like tons of effects on it. So I use for my dirty channel, it's the Cannibal Corpse.
Mhm.
I have two lead channels. I have set one set up with kind of a flange or something, kind of like the Morbid Angel
Yeah.
solo sound, and I have one just a delay. And I think it's actually Ken Andrews' delay that I copied from Scott.
Gotcha.
And
I
so
copied Ken's.
so I have two lead channels, and then I have the David Gilmour. That's what mostly live when you hear us playing something clean. That's usually that channel. And I do have kind of a Metallica, another clean channel. It's kind of like the Sanitarium sound,
Yeah.
and that's the only presets I use.
That's kind of funny because that's how I dial in my clean sound on my Kemper. It's like kind of a Metallica Justice for All kind of clean tone.
Like the standard.
I mean, it's awesome. It's like got the compression, it's chimey, got just enough verb and delay to, make it interesting and not too dry. It's
Yeah.
awesome. Hell yeah. Scott, what are you running, man?
Kemper. When we did a EP back in when we did that, like 2019.
Yeah.
Jamie King from Jamie King Audio profiled my 92 dual rec. I'm just using that profile that he looked up, and I just got two patches, just rhythm and lead. Lead is I copied Kenny's Kemper. We were on. So yeah, that's the delays I got from him, and just playing one of my two guitars that I built for myself. So this one or my other one's back there somewhere. I don't know if you can see back there or not, but just my take on a.
Love it.
But yeah,
Little stealth action.
yeah, gotta change a little bit of things there.
And I forgot to ask, are you guys running those direct or do you have cabs on stage or
Cabs on stage and when direct out to the front of house, but
okay, best of both.
to feel the be able to hear good.
That's like the ideal situation, I think. What cabs are y'all running?
I have what is the oversized dual rec, but usually I'll use one of Paul's like the road case
Yeah,
Mesa road case
yeah,
cabs.
just the old Mesa road case cab.
Oh man, I've
Yeah.
always wanted one of those.
Oh, yeah. What do you have? Like four of them?
No, I got two now. I
Two?
sold two. I had four. There's just too
Yeah.
much gear.
I should have bought those from them. But yeah, or whatever the back line is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't care.
Do you guys have the powered Kempers or do you have an external power amp?
I have the rack mount power one.
Yeah, both mine are power too.
Yeah.
I've got
Okay.
the back mount, and then I've got the toaster.
Yeah.
Gotcha. They're sick. Honestly, like
They are.
you could roll with just those for sure.
Now, like I see people's fly rigs are like a pedal board this big,
Yeah.
with either like the 5150 pedal preamp or what's the other one I see? What's John using, the 5150 or
Yeah, I think him
and,
and Luke are probably
yeah,
doing the 5150s.
like they sound incredible. It's this big. Put it in your backpack. You know?
Yeah. And there's a and it's getting even crazier now because there's like power amps that are literally like the size of your phone or something. Like you can literally just have everything on the board. It's insane.
Yeah.
And if you're playing, any place with a decent PA, like where they're gonna mic your cab up, I mean, you really only need to
Mhm,
just be
exactly.
loud enough for the drummer,
And if you get too loud on stage, people get mad at you anyway. So
right? Um, what about in low end world? What do we got going on?
I've been using the Dark Glass Microtubes 900. Kind of the modern day Ampeg. You see those things everywhere now, and
Yeah,
hopped on that train as well. Got myself one of those, and thing's great. It's absolutely killer. 900 watts, tiny little box. It's like
yeah,
4 pounds, something like that. Thing's great. But and for cabinets, I started working with Vader, and I
nice.
talked with Adam for a long time and was bugging him every couple of months. I was like, "Man, make me an 810, make me an 810," and he finally gave me a price. I was like, "All right, I'll do it." And I made him make me that custom 8x10 back there.
Oh, I see it. Okay, I didn't notice that somehow.
It's got our logo on it. I had him do that. That thing's sick. It's running
Yeah.
Eminence BP 102s at 1600 watts at 4 ohms. It's mean. And but yeah, that's it for the cabinets. And I used to use Mesa stuff, but after getting the Vader, I've kind of just left all the Mesa stuff home.
Hmm.
That thing's so good. But for my pedal board, still using dark glass stuff. I'm using the B7K Ultra
Okay.
V2 and a Shure wireless, pretty simple pedal board. I don't really need anything crazy.
Yeah.
Then for basses, I'm using a BC Rich Ironbirds right now. I got my USA one back there. I've got a couple of them, and then but me and Scott, past couple days, we've been working on something new, so gives us something to look forward to.
Nice. Nice.
free labor too, man. So
You can't really beat that.
yeah, with the Vaders, I saw his and I was like, I gotta have one. So I hit up Adam and hopefully I'll have mine pretty soon. But yeah, they're sick, man.
Oh yeah. Um, Question on the dark glass amp.
Mhm.
Because I know they got several models, and I'm sure I've got them all mixed up in my head.
Yep.
Don't they have like the B3K or their overdrive kind of stuff built into the amps too?
Yeah, you can do it that way, but I also wanted to have the options of having a clean tone, but not having to use the foot switch for the amp. I
Mm,
don't really like the foot switch for the amp. It's
okay.
kind of finicky. You got to like hold it down and stuff like that. I don't want to mess with that when I'm playing live. I just want click and it's,
Right.
but yeah, that one, I the gain in it, it's the
Mhm.
same pedal that I am using. It's the B7K.
Mhm.
But like you said, they do have the two different ones. Actually, three of them now. They got the Microtubes X version, the
Oh
Alpha
yeah.
Omega, which is like real fuzzy. I don't really like that. And then
Mm.
the Microtubes, which is the one I've got. Just real modern, real great sounding.
Oh
Love
yeah. I've been going down a rabbit hole lately with trying to find good bass tones and stuff for recordings, trying to find like that real clanky, grindy bass tone without getting too distorted and fuzzy.
Yeah, that's what I do. It's just like Dee Verney,
Yeah.
just like
Hell
his tone.
yeah. Love it. I don't
Yep.
think I've ever heard Eminence bass speak. Well, if I have, I didn't know it. That's it. Hell yeah.
Yep.
Gotta try to find some of those to actually give them a shot. That's fucking killer. Um, yeah, I kind of see the limitations using like just the all-in-one amp. That is pretty cool. I think I've seen some other guys do similar and kind of using it for like DI options and things like that.
Yeah.
Pretty good to have the flexibility for sure.
Yeah, that thing's got like pre and post on it, and you can cab sim it and do all that stuff. Makes it real easy playing live. But
Hell
yeah,
yeah. Does it come loaded with a cab sim or can you like load in IRs or I've not messed with the physical hardware.
yeah, you can do whatever you want with the thing. You can plug it into your computer and use the Dark Glass Suite software,
Oh,
and you can
okay.
put whatever you want. Your own IRs. There's a couple like already pre-made ones. I think I'm currently using just a Mesa Powerhouse 8x10
Hmm.
on there. I'd love to be able to make that bigger than IR. That'd be cool, but I've never done any of that. But that'd be something I could look into doing. That'd be kind of cool.
Can you do yours with the phone? Like change the presets with the phone on that one, or
Probably, yeah.
yeah, I know that one. Whatever that. What's that one?
What?
The one over there.
Oh, the Element
Yeah,
500.
that was pretty sick.
Yeah.
You can use your phone and just tap through it. And
Hell, this would be for you guys. The Kemper player, you can do the phone editing and all that shit with it. Uh, honestly, that's
the little guy.
yeah, the little one.
Oh, that's.
I think the big Kemper stage can do it too.
That's-
I know I could not do it with the rack, but I don't know. Maybe that's something they added later on if you bought like a brand new rack. I don't know.
firmware I'm on. I need to check
Right.
it. It's been a while.
Um, well, moving into songwriting, what does the song overall songwriting process look like for the band?
And it's all over the place.
Yeah.
I mean, usually it was, I'll come up with a riff to start the song or something, and I'll get everybody else's ideas and, we'll kind of put it together. And, I mean, it's really old school, man. I know most bands like RH have probably transgressed past that, but that's where we're still at. It's just kind of, you write a riff, you put it in a song. You write a
Yeah.
riff, you put it in the song. And I think me and John McAtee had talked about this, like, how they do it. And, trying to put more thought into the song itself instead of just coming up with a cool riff and that goes here. Trying to just think it out a little more through and stuff like that. But mainly right now, I mean, yeah, just I do the same thing I did when we started, just write a riff and kind of build the song up. I'll usually do vocals first, which I know a lot of people don't do that. I don't, or more. I don't know about most death metal people, but I know like more popular metal acts. They'll write the song, come in, put the lyrics into it,
Yeah.
and sometimes it works really well, and sometimes it seems forced. So
Yeah.
I've always wrote the lyrics first, and then I'll create the song around the lyrics.
hmm
So,
I gotcha. It's one of those things. I think everybody kind of has like their own process. Like I know a lot of guys that songwriting, or the lyric writing is the very, very last thing. And then I've known plenty of guys where they just always have notebooks full of like tons of lyrics and they're just ready to throw that onto whatever song comes through. There's like, yeah, that might fit, or
Yeah.
I'll make it fit.
I try to be picky with lyrics because here's the thing. I'm not embarrassed to play a song I wrote back in 1988. I feel good with the lyrics, I mean, I
Sure.
put like, and if you listen to some songs, you kind of like, it's kind of cheesy. Probably cool at the time, but now. So I mean, I do try to put more thought behind the lyrics and the song itself, and just that whole thing, man. I try to take try to write shit in 10 years. I'm not going to be embarrassed to play or sing or stuff like that.
Right. uh what is this wasn't on my agenda for questions, but I gotta ask, what do you what is the most embarrassing lyric that you've come across? Like some old that you've written that you've gone back and looked and like, nah, we're scrapping that line.
I band
Yeah.
or in other bands.
I'll leave it open for you. Anything that pops that comes to mind.
I mean, in my band, there's not a song I wouldn't play that's recorded. I mean, so I'm good. Other people might think different, but I mean, I'm good with singing, anything from the first demo, and we still do like Devil's Meat, which actually I think False Prophecy was on. Well, we played that a while.
Mhm.
We haven't played that in a while. We played that when Scott first got back with us. But yeah, I mean, I'm good
Hell yeah.
singing. Thing. I mean, now probably some of the songs that dropped through the cracks, those I might would have been embarrassed to do, but that's fine. Nobody's ever heard them.
Right.
if you heard them, you were at our first show. So
That was during his Bell Rock days.
all 10 of those people are probably dead by now.
Yeah. The secrets are buried with them. It's fine. Hell yeah. Who would you say is kind of like maybe the quintessential riff guy of the band, or is it pretty equal parts?
I mean, it's everybody, man. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I take everybody, I just tell everybody, bring a riff to the table, man. I mean, 'cause
It
I mean,
always seem-
like
oh,
this
sorry.
is a cool riff. I mean, you can change it around. If it doesn't fit one way, you can still take those notes and change them. And,
We did a lot with flip stuff around.
yeah. And I mean, like Craig was a very influential part
Yeah.
doing the album. Like a lot of the, say, Divine was already written, Prayers and Lucifer.
Yeah.
But like the newer songs, there's a lot of his riffs in there. So me and him went back and forth a lot.
Mm.
I don't really like being like I don't want to be one of those guys that writes all the riffs so it doesn't sound stale and it just starts sounding like me all the time. Like I don't want that
Oh, for
sound.
sure. It always seems like some of the best songs are always sort of a maybe not democratic process, but like, just a little bit of everybody throwing in different influences. At least it's what makes something, unique anyway.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you gotta have input, man. Like if you're just one of those bands that one guy writes everything, you can tell.
Mhm.
I mean, like if you hear a Wasp song, it's Blackie Lawless. As soon as you hear it, it's Wasp. Like there's no doubt about it.
One of the greatest bands ever.
Love them, but
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
you can just tell, he wrote it from, whatever song you hear.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. Man, Chris Holmes is still one of my heroes though.
Cool guitars too, man.
Oh, yeah.
Badass BCs and Jacksons.
Oh yeah. I still want to do up one of like I want a really cool star body kind of like Jackson Star with the cheesy 80s graphics on it like he did.
Budweiser logo.
Yeah, Budweiser logo or the blood splatter, whatever.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or not to get off on a wasp rabbit trail, but then one of the other guy Piper.
Mhm.
Yeah, didn't he have like a guitar that was made with like pipe, like organ?
Yeah, BC Rick.
Yeah.
That's a cool ones, man.
He had the cool Skull and Crossbones Warlock.
Yep.
Yeah, that one.
Badass.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And of course, Blackie Lawless with the Widow. And
Yeah, I think we still bring that Widow out on
Yeah,
tour today and shows it around.
yeah,
Yeah. That Widow was always sick.
they always had cool guitars.
Yeah, he had cool warlocks too. I mean,
Yeah.
like he did.
Yeah. No doubt.
Well, Johnny Rod had
Yellow Ironbird bass. Yeah.
Ironbirds.
Yeah.
He beat the shit out of that thing.
That yellow one.
Yeah.
Well, that might be a decent jumping point. What is everybody's kind of catalyst band? Like what was the metal band that really kind of set you off to do what you're doing today?
You want to start left guy?
Left guy.
Yeah. We'll just keep left or right. We'll just keep going it that way.
I was influenced by so many bands, but the two big ones that really hit me was Possessed and Morbid Angel. Possessed got me going into the route of death metal.
Mhm.
And Morbid Angel kicked it up to that notch where I was like, that's where I want to be. That's the kind of music, that real, the ambiance it has and just,
Yeah.
like, some of their rhythms are still the best out there, So,
Oh yeah.
like for me, those are the two biggest bands that influenced me as a band. I would probably say as a guitar player, it would be really Megadeth and Metallica. Like even now, I mean, if you listen to some of the songs, like especially the Clean Channel shit, I really do a lot of that Megadeth, that dun 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 dun, dun that kind of pattern. You'll hear that all the time with me. Like I'm just kind of pulled to that. Like it's in Lucifer Experiment. Hell, it's in a lot of songs. It's that.
And God is Pain has that kind of cadence.
Yeah, it's kind of that. It's kind of that Black Friday, that intro to Black Friday
Oh, yeah.
feel. Like that's one of my favorite songs. I think that's Black Friday has got to be like one of the most underrated songs ever.
Best song ever, probably.
Before we move on that same note, what is your favorite era of Megadeth? Everyone is pretty much on the same page with their favorite era
Yeah,
or favorite albums with Metallica, but Megadeth, it's a little bit more subjective, I think.
it's killing and peace sales.
Fair enough.
Anything with Chris Poland is like by far like, I mean, not that Dave Mustaine's no slacker at playing, but Chris Poland is the man. Like,
Chris Poland,
I mean,
he is sick.
Yeah.
I
like
think
the
I'm a
first
little bit
time I
more.
heard- yeah, the first time when I bought like Killing Is My Business and I heard that, you didn't have the internet and all that shit. You didn't know what the fuck. You're just buying a cassette because somebody said Megadeth was cool.
Right.
Got the piano intro, and then all of a sudden that they're just rolling into goddamn the first song. It's just like, oh, dude, fast as fuck. Like that was fast as fuck for back then.
Pissed.
And honestly, it's still fast as fuck for even today's standards and ways.
Yeah. And Poland always kind of brought like just enough of that outside kind of like jazz influence to just really make it stand out from.
Yeah, him and Gara, man, because they were both kind of jazz players. So, like, you had Thane and Elson bringing in that metal, or the thrash,
Yeah,
the beginning, well, they created it.
Dave created it.
So the beginning of thrash, they were bringing that, and Gar and Chris were bringing in that funky, the jazz and kind of odd time signatures, and yeah, it was brutal. I mean,
Yeah. I'm still a little bit of a Marty Friedman, Nick Menza fan myself, but I love the early stuff too. It like you couldn't have Megadeth without it. So
I would probably say he's my second best. I mean, I'd put him, but it's funny. Like I've seen everybody play with Megadeth except the two new guys, Kiko and who's the new guy.
Kiko's out now.
Yeah, but the guy who played
Timu.
I haven't seen
Timu?
all of those guys, but I've seen everybody up to Broderick that has played in Megadeth.
Mm-hmm.
And Broderick could play Marty Friedman shit note for note. But yet when it come to the Poland stuff, neither one of those guys could really nail it the way Poland did. And it's kind of funny, they could play each other's stuff, but still couldn't really. And Jeff Young can't play that shit at all. So
I've heard kind of a similar comment with guitar players trying to learn Bobby Coble solos, like like his era of Death.
Yeah.
With it was Symbolic, yeah. Just his like jazz fusion background. It's like the mechanics of it, not just the notes. All the notes are crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're just mechanically speaking, the patterns and everything. It's just very alien under. I think most metal players have a lot more in common mechanically with like classical than jazz. It's just rhythmically completely different kind of mindsets, I think.
Yeah, like Masvidal too. When his solos, they both have that same, not metal background exactly. So,
well, then Poland has that messed up fingers, so odd stuff with like 3 fingers.
Yeah.
You have to figure it out.
It's weird claws that he bends with. Yeah, I remember seeing videos of him like, I don't know, late middle school going into high school, and I'm just like, why does he bend like that? Why does his finger look like that?
Yeah.
I didn't know. But Scott, what about you, man? What were your gateway bands that got you into metal?
I mean, the two bands that back in middle school I was flying the flags for was Death and Sepultura.
Hell yeah.
Death metal, but I mean, those were my bands. And DSI came out, and I was kind of riding that train.
Hell yeah.
But as far as like guitar player influences, there's a lot, dude. I mean, of course, Chuck, um, Hetfield, Iommi. I mean, all the strong rhythm guys, and I was never into like shredders until I heard Jason Becker, and that
Mm.
was wow. He changed the game. So yeah, those are my guys.
Yeah. Becker coming in again with that very melodic kind of classical influence again, you know?
Yeah, it's ridiculous how young and how good he was, man.
Oh yeah. Another parallel with Friedman too.
Yeah, he's yeah. Marty was ridiculous too, but I mean, for me, it was Shredders, Jason Becker all day.
Oh yeah. It's sometimes when tragedy falls musicians, sometimes I feel like people maybe over glorify them a little bit, but Becker, I feel like it's completely justified. Like we got robbed one of the most
Yeah.
insane musicians out there.
The
Uh,
17, Perpetual Burn is like what?
yeah,
What?
yeah,
Oh my god!
and I unlike certain other shredders, like I love Steve Vai, but if you listen to like the first few records versus like what his last couple, it's last couple were kind of dog shit. Let's be honest.
Yeah, they're
What is
hard,
it?
they're hard to listen to. But
Yeah, it's I don't know. I don't even know what it is. Like, well, it's not music. I don't know what it is, but it's not that.
I haven't listened to it.
Sorry. Um, but like Jason, I feel like had his sickness not kind of befallen him and everything. I don't see him going down the path of like the pretentious, weird, you know, I'm a real musician and crazy weird hybridization. I can't talk hybridizations of world music like Steve Vai. Like he would have just kept writing awesome neoclassical shit.
He still did, with,
True. Yeah.
what's
Uh,
that? Shit. Was it Perspective?
I don't remember the names. He's done like what, two records like that or just the one?
Think it was Perspective and Raspberry Jams. I mean, I could be totally wrong, but I think those are, he wrote them, and people came
Guest,
in.
yeah, like guest musicians. Like a didn't Eddie Van Halen do like a spot and maybe Satriani?
Dude, I can't remember the names of them.
Right, like bunch of dudes.
Bunch of dudes did a bunch of shit. It was fucking awesome.
Oh, for me, just as a bass player, definitely be Mudvayne, the LD50 album specifically, there's nothing else out there really like it as far as bass recording, and that album is so upfront and in your face, unlike anything else. But as for like death metal specifically, for me, we're all kind of even on this with Morbid Angel. For me though, I'm a big Tucker guy, so like Formula's Fatal to the Flesh, that's my all-time favorite album. I love that one. It's just so brutal, and his vocals are just insane on it. The riffs are just heavy as they get. And then me and Scott also share this with Deicide as well. Legion for me as well. It's just the same thing with Formula's Fatal to the Flesh. It's just so damn heavy.
Yeah.
That was going to be my next question. Are you more of a David Vincent or a Steve Tucker guy?
Yeah, they kind of pick on me for it. They like Vincent, and I like Tucker.
Age difference here, man.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
20 years old.
Yeah.
So his era is a little different than ours.
Sure.
nobody's going
And
to take.
I love Tucker. He's my friend, so I don't want to.
Nobody's going to Mike Browning.
Oh, as far yeah, I mean, that's the cadence came from him. So yeah, Desolation, Desolation Abomination.
Yeah.
uh Man, the golden era of David Vincent. I mean, he was unique voice, unique approach. I mean, he, say what you want about the lace wearing cowboy era of David, but
First two
man,
records.
yeah, the good old days,
Yeah.
untouchable.
everybody still stops and listens to Chapel of Ghouls when it's playing.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, dude. It's like we all make fun of Kerry King all the time too, but at the end of the day, he was still, big part of writing some absolute bangers that whether people want to admit it or not, they still jam out too. But yeah, and then, Tucker, he just has like just such a level of brutality that he brings to it, like
He's got a great voice,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
It's just different. I mean, you just got to
Oh,
accept Vincent ain't in the fucking band, and it's Tucker's thing. Just like I've gone back, like honestly, I stopped listening to Morbid Angel years ago when Fatal came out. Okay, but I've had a habit as I've gotten older. I'll go back and I'll listen to these albums, and I listen to all the Tucker shit. Actually, I listen to all the Vincent shit too. Some of Vincent's later stuff wasn't so great neither.
Iliad.
But there was some Tucker.
Yeah, sure.
There were some damn songs, man, that they're brutal. Like if you just got to give them a chance. I mean,
yeah.
but it's different.
And by the time Tucker came around too, the band kind of was evolving. They were going from being like just fast as hell, very like kind of just like weird evil thrash to more percussive driving. Started playing seven strings, getting sludgier. So yeah, it was kind of an interesting swap out at the same time as their kind of evolution or progression. But I have noticed though from doing a bunch of these interviews, because I usually end with like what's your Mount Rushmore of bands or albums. And a lot of the bands are usually about the same. Everybody kind of idolizes the same handful of bands, your Cannibal Corpse, Morbid Angel, Deicide, but what their favorite album is absolutely an age thing.
Oh, dude, like we have this conversation with Don and Paul, like their era of death is different from my death. For
Yeah.
me, spiritual healing, human, and for them it's Scream Bloody Gore and Leprosy.
Literally, I mean, yeah, it's the Rick Ross era.
Yeah.
That's what we heard. I mean, matter of fact, we opened for Dark Angel when Death quit that tour.
Mm.
When they came through our area.
Ultimate Revenge Tour.
So, that's the era I like, Leprosy, Scream Bloody Gore. I like the Spiritual Healing. It was a good album. And then after that, I was kind of like, it's time to move on. But it wasn't really the music, man. Like for me, like you got to go back. When I was younger, you didn't change members like that.
Mm.
It was like taboo. Like, you lose a member,
Change your name.
Death was kind of one of the first bands to start hiring, doing the hired gun thing,
Yep.
getting the
Yeah.
strippers in there and, better drummers, just, more top of the line musicians. And that's great. But what made all this special for me is seeing all these kids creating this music, seeing Cannibal Corpse evolve and seeing,
Yeah.
Morbid Angel and these kids and these guys were young as fuck. Dark Angel, seeing what they're creating.
Yeah.
But they wasn't hiring, James Murphy's and like James Murphy was, going around in every band. And I don't know, man. That's just kind of where it killed it for me. Like, if you get big enough, you can go hire the best people and make a great band. But I like just seeing what the individuals could do. I mean, it's great. Like Monstrosity, like these guys. I mean, god damn,
Yeah.
these guys can do. I mean,
Fucking Lee Harrison. My God.
yeah. I mean, like 10 million bands. I'm forgetting. I'm not saying. I mean, but all these bands, they're just not hiring the damn Top Gun. They just evolve naturally.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense because every time you change out members, even if, just if it's just one guy, essentially you're kind of changing up the chemical makeup of the band, you're changing up the formula.
I mean, but nowadays it's a non-issue. Like you would have to be, you would have to grow up in my time to understand that, like when Ace Frehley left Kiss, it was devastating. You know, when Jakey Lee left Ozzy, it was the end of the fucking world. I mean, like it was just different time. Now people come go. Like now you don't like I don't blink an eye. Oh, they're out.
Who's the Megadeth now?
Yeah,
So you mean to tell me you're not a Vinnie Vincent fan?
Positive Vincent. Yeah.
I tell you, he's a fast motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't not like him, but I don't listen to the Vinnie Vincent invasion very much. So.
Maybe you just need to watch the Lick It Up video one more time to really win you over. No, I'm just kidding. God, that video is nightmare fuel forever.
Trying to play it back in my head. They were unmasked back then,
Yep. Yeah, it's something.
Glad I blocked it out.
You're better off. You're better off. Just repress the memory. But what is something that this is kind of more of like a gear related question, but as opposed to something fun like a cool guitar or new amp, what's something that would be like kind of a problem solver for you guys, either individually or as a band?
Gear wise,
Yeah. Like could be inner monitors, wireless systems, maybe travel cases, like those nice N keys that everybody and their grandma has now, or
honestly,
I can't use them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, honestly, we're pretty set up gear wise.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we're not gear poor. Like Scott's got like, I don't know if you can
Yeah.
see over here.
You see this over here?
oh yeah, I can see the amps. I keep looking at that rectifier up top.
boogies and ADAs down here, and
Yeah, there's gear everywhere.
I mean, we've talked about the in ears. That has been a conversation, and I'm not against it, I'm not for it, but we really, as long as I have a good drummer behind me, I don't really need it. As long as everybody's in time, I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
So I don't really, I haven't pushed it, but that would probably be the one thing we have discussed is the in ears.
Yeah, I bought the X32 rack mount for it, and we kind of. But
Right.
but you say things monitor guys suck all the time.
I've used them and I hate them. Like they work great, and like band plays definitely way tighter with them. It just sucks all the fun out of playing though. It's awful.
Riding today, and I was talking to Ian about ours. They were saying he sucked at guitar or whatever. So have you seen that where they have his audio isolated, his in-ear audio?
No, who is this again? I'm sorry.
Ours Motley Crue.
Motley Crue.
Yeah, Mick Mars. Have
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I couldn't really hear very well.
you heard that?
Yeah, I had not seen that like headline or whatever.
It's like all that's in his monitors is just him and the click.
Okay.
Change a little bit
Yeah.
of vocals and all right, change, click, click,
Stop.
Yeah, stop.
Yeah, that's
click,
great.
click, click. There's like no Tommy, no Nikki Six. So I mean,
Interesting.
the sound is amazing. So anybody that said he was not playing is full of shit. Because yeah, go to YouTube and check it out, dude. It's his tone is
Yeah,
Huge. Yeah.
huge, man.
but it
Oh,
was interesting hearing what was in his click because I'm
Yeah.
like, how do you even vibe off that? Like, like, but I guess playing, big stages like that, that's
Yeah.
something. I don't know. It would be weird for me, like, to hear the music either
Yeah.
around or through in ears or something.
And maybe part of it is just how many like songs that he wrote however many years ago and has played them on a regular for how many years. Maybe he's just like, I am so sick of hearing them. I just give me the click.
I think I heard that Hetfield only has himself in his monitors, in ears. No Lars.
Wow. I guess I can kind of see it. Like, you got to imagine after that many years of playing those songs, it's just business as usual. Maybe I don't know. That's
Well,
not many people get the luxury of getting to play the same songs with the same band at that level for that many years.
you're on the road, like it's like Groundhog Day.
Yeah,
doing the same thing every time. I can see how it gets monotonous for
Sure. Yeah. It's kind of just punching the clock after a while, I guess.
Yep. Running the
But
motion.
oh yeah, yeah, just going through the motions. What are the current goals that you guys have for the band?
Finish the record.
Yeah,
Steady members is a very important.
yeah. Finding a drummer is really seem a task.
Yeah.
Uh, there's already a shortage of drummers in general,
Mhm.
and then there's really a shortage of dedicated drummers that are willing to, go that extra mile, like,
I can play this shit.
yeah, and that can play it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a challenge of that too. I mean, we're not the most technical band in the world, but the drums are, kind of fast at times, and we don't really have a set, the way we write. It's not You're not going to learn three different things and play the song. You got to learn, 10 different riffs or 20 different riffs. But yeah, we would like to find a drummer that could, be dedicated. And, like Scott said, we're trying to finish the album. We've been working with Terrence Hobbs with Suffo on that. So, we've got some loose ends on the guitar end and a few things on the vocals to finish up, and then that'll be it.
So is Hobbs kind of producing then for you guys? Or working as like your engineer kind of or
It, with when we did the EP with Jamie King, Jamie King's a drummer, and the drums sounded amazing, but like I didn't like the guitar sound for us as much. So uh, I think talking to Paul, or I can't remember how we did it, but Terrence Hobbs is like one of my favorite guitar players, and one of the most underrated guitarists in death metal. So for the strings, it was Paul, myself, and Craig before he passed away. Derek helped him out with the bass tones. So having a guitar player there really helped me a lot. And well, I can't speak for Paul, but it probably helped helped you out a lot
Yeah,
too.
it's a big help, man, when
Yeah.
somebody you look up to and you respect is like, giving you ideas or just, throwing his 2 cents, like, hey, man, what about
Or
this?
you can talk guitar.
Yeah, he can talk guitar.
Yeah.
Of course, dude, I asked him a million questions. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? What about this? And yeah, that's the first time because, like Scott said, Jamie, is a drummer, and I'm not, dissing Jamie. I love him. I
Oh,
think
he's
he did a
amazing.
great job.
Oh yeah.
But he's a drummer. And, when the other albums we recorded with Kip Williamson at Acoustic Creations here in Greensboro, he was a drummer.
Hmm.
That's why, like on Second Death, the drums sound amazing. Like for back then playing blast beats and double bass, I mean, I'd put that album up against anything. I mean,
yeah.
and the guitars wasn't bad, but they wasn't great for that time.
Hmm. Yeah.
So it was good working with a guitar player and
Yeah.
that has Terrence has a great ear, man. Like we did not play it like he had us a tone in less than 30 minutes.
Yeah, I brought my Recto and all kinds of shit, and you brought just the
Yeah.
JP2C and
Yeah.
plugged it in, and he put a was the
Yeah, he kind of tweaked it. He tweaked it a little bit and put a Ibanez Tube Screamer or something.
whatever he uses. I don't remember what kind of pedal it was, but yeah,
Yeah, some kind of little like Ibanez type. But yeah, it sounded great.
yep. All right,
Hell yeah.
that's it right there. Let's not even mess with anything else.
Do you just for us recording nerds, do you happen to remember like microphone types or anything that he threw in front of what y'all were using or
Yeah, a couple 57.
Yeah, he's using he's doing 257s.
And
He's
something
doing
else.
one straight in, or however he has it set up. There's one straight in, and there's one kind of at an angle.
okay, that's
2 tracks. So I don't know if he's using 4 tracks. The 2 different tones. I don't know.
mhm.
I know we recorded 2 tracks, and it's not that tight. It's the old like they're not perfect, so it gives it that kind of Morbid Angel, little, that kind of flangy feel, cool, a
Sure.
little fuller, but not,
Well,
tight.
usually like one guy does all the guitars in the band, like rhythms. So we both did it and kind of that spread, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's a real full, but it's just not like a copy and paste tight,
Yeah.
thickening sound. It's
Surgical.
it's
That's not that.
very organic, man. And I mean, I was happy with it because,
Uh,
some of the newer bands, they sound great.
it sounds copy and pasted.
And-
They'll do one riff and just
Actually, they sound too great.
Yeah.
And then when you go see them live,
Yeah.
just as good live as we do on
Yeah.
the album.
No surprises here.
That's awesome. And were you guys using the same cabs that you use live for the recording?
Yes, I don't know.
Did he use the Vaders?
I'm not even sure what was in there. It could have been the Vader. He has like a closet with the cabinets in.
Oh, okay.
Everybody looked inside it.
Gotcha. Sounds like a pretty meat and potatoes setup, which I would not expect less from Hobbs. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of like he has an amp rack like mine. I think he has some more amps though.
That is cool with the mic technique. That's the Fredman technique. I guess that was like what a lot of the Swedish bands were doing over at Studio Fredman and all that. Like early In Flames and Soilwork and all those guys. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, it sounds great. I mean,
He's into that shit. Like we were
Yeah.
talking about it. We were just up there a couple of weeks ago trying to finish some stuff before they went on tour. And he was talking about that. And we were, because I like talking gear and
Yeah.
guitar and playing and, it's cool, But yeah, he's into that shit, man. Like hardcore. Like he's really good.
yeah.
Like he blew me away how good he is with Pro Tools, the tones. And I mean, if you listen to the new Suffolk album, he recorded everything.
Yeah, recorded all there.
No shit. I didn't know that.
They just had, I don't know who.
Dude from Cryptopsy did the mixing and mastering.
Oh,
Oh.
Christian.
Joe, shit, what's his last name? Sincata did the drums.
Okay. Okay. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Had Christian on the show a while back. Some of that dude's productions are insane.
Yeah, there was that dude. Yeah, yep.
Probably like some mixing kind of stuff. But hell yeah. As far as bass, was it kind of like your gear DI, or did you guys mic a bass cab or a bit of a
yeah,
blend?
Derek did a blend of mic and DI. So Craig used Derek's cab, and he
Okay.
had because he tried Derek's Ampeg, but just the Dark Glass just kind of better,
For sure. I mean, it's just way more. Just seems like there's a lot more options to kind of dial in your tone with the dark glass stuff.
Yeah, so like Hobbs and Derek handled the strings, and Joe Sincata again from Full Force Studios recorded Wes's drums, and they sound killer. So you have like a killer drum sound, and we think we have killer guitar sounds. So I'm really happy with the way just the rough recording sounds.
Sure. Do you guys have any kind of like projected date on when you might be able to, or prospects for finishing this, or?
I got to talk to Hobbs again, but I mean, Suffo's pretty busy.
Mhm.
Hoping maybe Paul and I can knock out some of our solos back here and send it to Hobbs and let him do whatever they do. So
Yeah.
make it work. But if not, whenever they get done with, I think they just picked up another tour.
Mm.
So free, we can go back, and I think I got 2 solos, and you have a couple.
Yeah, I got a few to do.
And yeah, so maybe another weekend we'll knock it out and
That
start.
is, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just knock it out, then start shopping it. After we get it mixed and mastered. I don't think we've figured out exactly who we're going to use for that yet.
Okay. Okay. So still a little early to go into too much detail for like a release and all that stuff, but
Yeah, decide if we're going to just release it or actually shop it. And,
sure.
Here, so
Yeah.
this is the last LP. So what's a couple more months?
yeah, I mean, everything that happened with Craig, it's kind of been really the motivation hadn't even been there to finish it, but We just had to get off our ass and really get in gear and get this thing done.
Yeah. We got Ian
Yeah.
and really injected a little kick in the ass for us old guys, you know. So
Good deal. Um, any tour prospects coming up, or are you guys trying to focus on the album right now?
I mean, I would rather not worry about touring until we have something new to push. But
Yeah.
if something fell in our lap,
Yeah.
I'm not going to say no if it's
For
something,
sure.
you know.
Right. Hell yeah. What would be kind of like your dream tour lineup?
We had talked about this and it happened, but it wasn't with us. We were talking about doing us, Suppo, Incan, and us. That'd be my dream tour because we're all friends, and life is much easier if you all get along on tour. You know what I mean? You got one person that's their head's this big, and it's not fun. Trust me.
For
We'll talk.
sure. Yeah, it's been interesting. I've done some interviews or talked with bands at shows and or even done a couple of these interviews where it's musicians that have like toured together, but due to the hectic schedule, it was like literally like the conversation that we were sharing was the first time they really got to hang out.
Uh,
So it does seem for just as an outsider looking in, because I haven't got to live the tour life, but it does seem like it'd be a lot cooler to actually have a little bit of camaraderie among a tour package instead of just, well,
it's much easier if you have these guys suck, and these guys fuck that guy. You don't want to. It's no. We were with Obituary. Those guys are like the most down to earth, coolest people ever to share a bus with. I mean,
yeah,
personality wise, they're not. I mean, it's fucking Obituary. The gods of death metal, and they're just laid back as can be. No one has egos, and hell, we had a day off, and Trevor cooked us barbecue. I mean, it was it was awesome. Some some people aren't that nice.
yeah. Just everybody just needs to be able to come together, bond, and mutually hate on the local opener. No, I'm just-
How many is that? There's two local openers.
like, how many of the local bands have racks for their drum?
Funny is like those guys have better gear than the touring package.
Yeah. How many full stacks?
Yeah.
uh, well, if you guys don't mind, that's about all I have as far as like the band questions go. But Scott, I would like to kind of ask um, about your, custom builds. For one thing, how long have you actually been building instruments?
think this is my 10th or 11th year.
Dang. Okay. I've definitely seen some of yours in the hands of like some pretty high profile clients like Hobbs, like Rick Ross. Um, I think the last time I saw Morbid Angel was Tucker playing one of your basses too.
Yeah, the last tour or two. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
I haven't even seen them play it because we were on the road with Obituary. We were like
Yeah.
following their tour.
Mm.
I was able to see them one night to check them out. But yeah, I'm actually building Steve another one. We just talked like a couple days ago. So
Nice.
one for the studio because you can't sit down with the that pointy thing that we come up with and
Yeah,
work comfortably. So we're gonna do something a little different. Hopefully he takes it out once or twice, but I think it's just gonna be for the studio.
sure. For anybody that might be a little bit unaware of your builds, do you have like kind of I don't know, just a general overarching kind of build philosophy, like certain shapes, certain wood types, certain constructions and parts?
Not really. Like I just do one offs mostly.
Mhm.
A couple like we're gonna do another one of those for him. And I have two of these, and I built myself a bass, and I was filled in for Incan, the bass version of this. So, but I don't really have any rules. I don't like doing BC Rich shapes. But everybody wants me to do BC Rich shapes. I don't like doing them, but like for Hobbs, I will, because it's Hobbs.
Yeah.
um, but most of the woods, I mean, there's the classic recipes, mahogany maple. You know, look at a Les Paul; they sound great for a reason.
Sure.
Um, I've become to really like Black Limbo. It's a light wood and looks beautiful, easy to work with. It doesn't, you can carve it easy. Everything's by hand. So
Mhm.
carving rock maple necks fucking sucks. But
I've heard that.
you know, curly maples, pretty good. Anything really hard, I hate working with because it just takes more time.
Mm.
And, but yeah, I'm pretty much open to if I won't do it if I think the shape sucks. I've turned down. I don't want my name on that. You know what I mean? And I have a couple that in the pile that I started, and I was like, nah, I'm not
Mm.
gonna. I can't do it. Sorry, bro. you
What uh what are some of like your preferred shapes to work on?
Shapes, simple ones like V's.
Okay.
V's simple. This one's simple. I mean, it's really anything without a lot of cutouts.
Mm.
This
Okay.
one are for shit. What was his name? Uh, fuck. He's gonna kill me. Steve Klein. It's called the Pazuzu, and it's a huge, huge body and had all kinds of stuff. Uh, that one was a pain in the ass.
Mm.
My buddy Tony from Druid Lord had this like Warlock design, but he put these curlicues in it and little cutouts and round stuff. And he's a woodworker, so he knows how bad that sucks. For someone to have to cut that out by hand,
He just did it to piss you off.
probably. So yeah, that one was not fun. But I mean, I like challenges and you know breaks the monotony. But if I was a full on shop, I wouldn't take custom shapes because I mean there's not no I don't make any money at this as it is. So if you look at time, material, tools, um, I'm not sure how you'd make a living doing that.
Right.
A luthier. So for me, it's just the way to kind of decompress from my real job and you know I like I love guitars, so and it's cool to see, my heroes playing my guitars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dudes on my wall as a kid, now they're on someone else's wall playing my guitar. So I think that's pretty fucking badass, you know. And
If
that
oh, I'm sorry.
relationship, I like, building relationships with, Rick Ross, like one of my best friends, and Hobbs, one of my best friends, and you get to know people, and it's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, that's awesome. If somebody were interested in getting one, what's kind of like your base starting price and how would be the best way for them to get a hold of you?
Pretty backed up now, man. So I'm not really taking anything on. But you know, 3,500 ish is usually where they come out at. Um, so I still like Eric from Dark Angel guitar. It's been like 2 years by now, I think maybe three. It's right back there. You back there?
No, not quite.
Pretty sick actually.
Okay, hell yeah.
Eric, if you see this, I still have it. I'm sorry. This shit up. The tuners aren't even screwed down. But yeah, it's a King V-ish, 5 piece maple neck, maple uh, walnut, ebony stringers, mahogany back, quilted maple top. So last of my Evo frets. So have you heard of Evo frets before? The
The gold
Yeah,
ones. Yeah, yeah.
quit making them. So this is like the last of my
They
Evo
did?
set. Yeah, there's something about the alloy that Jetscar not even sure if they're going to make them anymore. So
Oh, I had not heard that. That's
yeah,
crazy.
I love these things, man, because they're just as hard as stainless, but they don't hurt my hand. When I'm cutting them, the middle
Okay.
tools up. And I've been playing this one since John's wedding, and there's no fretware, you know, and I use big strings. So please bring Bevo back. What else do I have in the works? There's this one, another one for John McEntee. Whenever he gets a chance to come back over here and work in the shop, my rule is if you're my friend or you live nearby, you get to help.
Hey, that's not a bad rule.
Yeah. So during COVID, he was here all the time, but now that he's tours have picked up,
Oh yeah.
he just got home I think yesterday or something. So hopefully he comes back next week.
I think he has one of your builds too already, doesn't he?
Yeah. We did one like I think it was during COVID. I think because he wasn't doing shit, and we did that one. Got another one, kind of the same shape, just different one. This one's gonna be all mahogany. That
Mm.
one was mahogany maple top. In his
Okay.
sigil, whatever.
Yeah.
Probably do the same design, same sigil on this one. What else is in the works back there? I got another one for Rick. Uh, kind of a present for him because he's a good friend of mine. Helps out a lot. And one for Rick, I wouldn't be where I am now because he hooked me up with Hobbs and kind of
Mm.
that train rolling. So without Rick, I wouldn't. I'd still be just some dude, making my own stuff for friends. They would never get out there like Rick really gave me the kickstart. So
That's a that's another funny coincidence from this conversation. Because before coming down here, I was just on YouTube, sitting with the family around, and I watched a Ryan Martini bass video, and I watched some Rick Ross and some Massacre stuff. So
I
that's
love.
awesome.
Like he was talking, leprosy. Like him and I and John talk. They were leprosy fans. I was from beyond. That
Mm.
guitar sound was like I don't know, it's crazy. Dawn of Eternity. I was like, oh man, yeah. Rick's underrated, very underrated guitar player. His riffs, you can hear Rick Ross riff. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
Leads.
I'll talk about his leads.
Hey, those leads, they're a vibe, man. I still fuck with them.
They busted him about the Lemmy thing, but I mean, I've sat with Rick and I've heard him play leads. He can play leads. He didn't want to because I mean everyone else is doing it. So he's just making fucking
Sure.
noise. I mean, nobody can do that like him.
I
Nobody.
say, plus it's just fun, and I
Yeah.
don't know. There's something about like the crazy banshee wailing die bombs with you know
He does it, dude. Like, I've watched him many times. I'm like, show me how you did that. It's just blah blah blah. Blah. I'm like,
It's so unique.
I can't do it like you do, dude. I think he's even mentioned like other guys in his band that have asked him how to do it, and he shows them. It's like, oh, that's what you're doing. It's different than any other person I've seen do it.
Hmm.
I can't tell you because it's a secret.
Fair enough. Um, well, with that, guys, I think it's about all the questions I had. Is there anything else that y'all want to try to plug real quick before we hop off here? I know focus right now is just to finish the album to have something to plug.
Well, it's like we've been playing tours and shows around, and all we have is like Second Death, and we have the EP to sell, and we don't repress those. So you're selling old stuff.
Yeah. Well, what would be the best places to check y'all out and keep tabs and keep up to date on everything y'all got going?
Probably Facebook.
Facebook,
That's
yeah.
usually an easy way to hit us up,
Yeah.
and we try to be responsive. I mean, sometimes we're better than.
You either get him or me.
Yeah.
So on the Facebook or Instagram. So
Hell yeah. And I'll include a link for the Facebook page in the description of the video and all that for everybody at home watching this. But
and with the guitars, forgot to mention, when I feel free to hit me up about the guitar builds, but I might say yes.
well, there
Again,
you go.
Facebook, Instagram, best way to get
Yeah.
it.
And then
For
you
me.
can do False Prophet on Bandcamp. That's where we have all our merch and music. So if anybody's interested in checking it out, they can go there and see what's going on too.
Awesome. Sounds sorry, got choked up there. Awesome. Sounds good, guys. But all right. Thank you everybody for watching, and we will see you next time. Peace.